Hi, my name is Kara, and I'm just out here enjoying the beautiful outdoors, and you are watching Eye Candy. Welcome to Eye Candy, the show that features all things visual. I'm Kara Bailey.
And I'm Glenn Ross. We're coming to you today from El Cholo Cafe here in the city of La Habra, California. Now, Kara and I have a lot of cool stuff to show you today, but we're going to start with the Eye Candy special guest.
Oh, baby, Eye Candy special guest.
Today's special guest is Ray Harryhausen. Mr. Harryhausen has had a fantastic career in the film industry. You may not recognize his face, but I guarantee you will recognize his work. 1,000,000 Years BC is just one of the films making up the career of special effects wizard Ray Harryhausen. Mr. Harryhausen has had a long, successful career in Hollywood, animating seemingly lifeless figures like this and making them do this. We caught up with this master of special effects at a book signing at Monsters in Motion in Placentia, California. It was here that Mr. Harryhausen spent a good part of the day greeting his fans and signing copies of his new book, An Animated Life, which celebrates his career in the film industry. Ray's film credits include Mysterious Island, Mighty Joe Young, The Golden Voyage of Sinbad, 1,000,000 Years BC, Earth vs. the Flying Saucer, Jason and the Argonauts, and many more.
You like it better than Clash?
Yes, yes. Thank you so much. It's an honor. Thank you.
Well, guess what? The wait was worth it. I'm here now with a man who I like to refer to as the father of stop-motion animation, Mr. Ray Harryhausen. How are you, sir?
Thank you very much. I think Willis O'Brien is the grandfather of animation, yeah. And I picked up from him. He was the founder in America, I think, of stop-motion animation. And I admired his work in King Kong, and my whole career was built around seeing this picture when I was 13.
I want to ask you about your fans here today. You've had a lot of people come through. You really appreciate your work and your career. How does that make you feel?
Oh, I'm delighted. I'm delighted that our pictures, Charles Schneer and I made the 12 pictures together. And I'm glad they're leaving a positive effect on young people.
With a career that has lasted 60 years, this man has fans that range from the very young to the old.
It's a pleasure to hear a family of 3 generations come up and say, my father saw your films and taught me to see them, and they made my childhood. I think you ought to study anatomy a little more. That would help. Draw from a figure.
Yeah.
Because that's very important.
First of all, can you tell me how long you've been a Ray Harryhausen fan? When was the first time you saw his work?
When I first saw his work, I was about 5 years old, and I've basically been a fan ever since.
What's your favorite Harryhausen film?
That would probably be Mighty Joe Young.
Now, you actually brought a sculpture today to show the master, and you got critiqued today. What did he say to you?
He just said, don't ask anybody's opinion, just do it.
Just do it, okay. Great. Well, can you kind of describe this to us, what you put together? And it is very impressive, by the way.
This is a maquette that I made out of an oil-based clay called Pro Clay, and it's basically, I named it Swamp Sapien just to make it a little bit more organic. And it's a cross between a creature from the Black Lagoon and pretty much into like a 50s type alien.
Well, I'm an academic. I taught film at the University of Amsterdam, and on a trip to Berlin, I saw all the original models that he made that he donated to the Cinematheque in Berlin. And I completely fell in love with him. I'd seen his films as a kid, but I hadn't really connected the name of the artist to the films. So then I went out and saw all his films, and I become a total fan.
And I think it's fair to say that you're a Harryhausen fan, correct?
I sure am. I've enjoyed his movies my entire life. I was telling him that one of the first movies I saw as a child with my father was The Seven Voyages of Sinbad, and it's made an impression on me, and I've enjoyed his work and the animation ever since.
What is the most difficult creature that you ever had to animate?
Well, they're all difficult. Some people are daunted by the very fact that you're doing one picture at a time, because the whole process is a series of still pictures. Yes. And I would say something like the skeleton sequence where we had 3 actors fighting 7 skeletons. That was difficult. It was very slow, and because it needed split timing. Medusa was a difficult one because she had 12 snakes in her hair, and they all had to keep writhing. So things of that nature. The Hydra had 7 heads, and you had to keep track of those. Yeah. But I always worked alone, and everything you see on the screen, I did every inch of animation myself.
Ray Harryhausen, a very talented man who is good to his fans. I ought to know because I'm one of them.
And when eye candy returns, I'll be celebrating Cinco de Mayo with a brand new tattoo. Not even close, honey. FYI, I'm unavailable until next Monday. Woo! Welcome back. We have something a little different for you. I recently celebrated Mexican Independence Day, La Habra style. Take a look. Everybody loves to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. Nobody celebrates it like they do here in the city of La Habra. It was a blazing hot day, but that didn't stop the enthusiasm here at the Lions El Centro Park. There seemed to be something here for everyone. Great Mexican food and drink served up by the Lions Club, fantastic entertainment, vendors of every kind, and a petting zoo for the kids. However, it's more than just a fun way to spend a Saturday. This event raises funds for the La Habra Gary Center, and the Gary Center, I discovered, provides counseling and medical referrals and dental for those in need or without insurance. Joining me right now is Councilman Jim Gomez, and he's going to give us a rundown on the event today.
Just what a wonderful day it is. Here we are at our 3rd annual Cinco de Mayo celebration. Of course, all proceeds will benefit the Gary Center. And we just have a terrific crowd out here today. And the Gary Center is just one of those organizations that just give to the community and help those less fortunate. Of course, we have the La Habra Host Lions out here volunteering their time, the Gary Guild, and just so many volunteers. And it's just a great day for the community.
Now, tell me about the community response to this event.
Well, you know, this is the 3rd year, of course, like I said, we're doing this event, and the community response has just been outstanding. As you see, we have a huge crowd here today, and this is an event that people look forward to year after year. And what really is great is all the great Mexican food that we can take advantage of, all the games, and it shows that La Habra is just a caring community, and they're out to support the Gary Center.
Mr. Rover has crossed over. Oh, if I never have a cent, I'll be rich as Rockefeller.
While our camera crew concentrated on the talented Cindy Singer, I took a moment to do a little shopping along with my girlfriend Amy. There were so many wonderful vendors here, who could resist? While you're waiting, take a look at the sights and sounds of La Habra's Cinco de Mayo celebration. Time for a purchase. I ended up here at the tattoo booth. The only problem was deciding which tattoo was right for me. I talked with Gina, who explained the process.
What I do is I clean her arm with alcohol. I apply the tattoo. It's water-based. It stays on up to 2 weeks. She could take it off sooner with rubbing alcohol, but if she would like to keep it, it'll stay on for up to 2 weeks.
So how long have you been doing these temporary tattoos?
Me, myself, for about a year, but I have a family member that had been doing it for about 5 years now.
Now, is this going to hurt me when you do this?
Not at all. No needles involved.
Joining us here today is Heather Burke, who is Miss La Habra. What brings you to this event today, Heather?
Well, first of all, we're selling Corn Festival tickets and just spending time with the community and serving food and having fun.
That's wonderful. Now, how did you feel about winning the pageant?
Oh, wow. I was so excited. After they announced the 4 princesses, I thought I had lost. But I was just so excited and so glad to be able to serve my community.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
The only thing hotter than the weather this day was the performance delivered by Bayadera. This 5-person band held the attention of the crowd and the cameras. We talked with Gina, the band's attractive lead singer.
Well, our drummer is actually from La Habra, and we rehearse here weekly, in La Habra at our drummer's house. And his mother was familiar with a lot of the events and suggested that we look into it. So we did, and it sounded like a really interesting event, and we wanted to do stuff with the community. So we contacted the people in charge, and here we are today. It was extremely hot, but we saw, people in their shaded areas were definitely watching and moving to the music, enjoying it, participating in the event. Young and old, everyone seemed to be interested and involved and having fun. And afterwards, we've gotten a lot of people that are interested in buying our CD, so we're really happy about that.
The spirit of the city of La Habra truly comes out at this event. The community involvement, the city council, and the Lions Club participation all come together to make Cinco de Mayo an extra special day. From the Lions El Centro Park in La Habra, this is Cara Bailey. Stay with us. When we return, we'll unwrap some more eye candy.